Listen now, baby, you should know.
I'm down with that.
Well, I know Tim's dad's listening to him.
Highland
And we're back.
We're back.
New city.
And we get all Braves all the time.
Switching it up.
Two of my mates just back from Denver not too long ago. Went out there.
Well, like a week ago, but yeah.
There's
In the
days,
grand scheme of things, not
days
too
in a
long.
week, you know.
I drove, he flew.
Yeah.
But we made it. Saw Annabelle pitch a pretty good game.
Annabelle.
Annabelle!
Annabelle Sanchez. He's pitching good. He's having a renaissance. Let's hope he can keep it up. He's looking good. Looking like he was with Detroit. Enjoying what I'm seeing. He's just working speeds.
Yep.
That's all. I mean, he's hitting the black, and that's great, and he's hitting his spots, but he is just 1 minute it's 91, then he's literally throwing a 69 mile an hour fucking whatever it is.
Yeah, I saw 67 was the lowest I saw the other day against the Cubs. I don't know if he threw one slower, but that was the slowest one I saw.
Yeah. He keeping people off balance a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good way to keep it doing it, but
Yeah, McCarthy. So McCarthy wins one. Annabelle goes out there, pitches his ass off, loses one. Newcomb goes out there, probably has his best start.
Are you talking about the Colorado series?
Yeah,
Okay.
as a major leaguer.
yeah, he looked real good.
He looked fantastic.
And he's working in his changeup a little bit now. He's coming around with that changeup, and that's what he needs. He's usually just a fastball, curveball kind of guy.
Yeah, well,
So
we all know he's got a stiff one,
Yeah, we've all seen it.
but yeah, you got to change of pace. Maybe he's taking some out of Annabelle's book.
Maybe they're working together.
You know, a little veterano out there. I will say this though, something I kind of noted to myself. He was getting some help from the Rockies. I was a little concerned. He had a lot of strikeouts. I think he tied his career high with like 9 Ks.
9, yeah.
What bothered me, though, is he was getting some swings from those Rockies on balls that were not strikes. And some of them would have been ball fours. So if you get some batters up there that are a little more not as jumpy, you know, because everybody knows the Rockies are up there to swing. Those guys are mashers. They're ready to go. They're ready to swing. And so I was a little concerned about that. You know, pitching good, don't want to take anything away from him, but some of that stuff looked like they may have helped him out.
Yeah, well, I kind of disagree because he had 0 walks, so that tells me you think they were helping him by chasing shit out of the zone, but that just tells me he just had really good stuff.
Yeah,
And a lot of movement,
Yep.
and it was deceptive. And I mean, he had 9 strikeouts and 0 walks.
I agree. He had 0 walks. My point was, though, they were swinging at balls outside the zone.
yeah.
That's
but
what I'm saying.
That's what happens though. He was ahead in counts all the time, so that's kind of what happens when you get ahead. And he was doing that for himself early on, and he kept it going. So
And I love him, and I'm glad for him. Like I said, I don't want to take anything away from him. It's just, from what I saw, there was a few times where he was not hitting where the catcher was setting up, and he was getting some swings. That's all I'm going to say. Love me some Newcomb and his
Yep.
stiffy.
hopefully, his stiffy's pretty good. But hopefully, he keeps going. It'd be good.
Yeah, keep it rolling, Nuke. Well, and he pitched fantastic in Chicago.
Yeah. Well, and then that's when
Jesus.
everything went to shit.
Wheel fell off that bus. God. But, I mean, what are you going to do, though? Freeman and...
Well, we kind of just jumped from Chicago to Game 3 of Colorado, and so I
Well, we
thought
were talking
maybe-
about Newcomb. Just talking about Newcomb. He's pitching good. He's doing good. We can go back. We'll reverse.
No, that's fine.
Take it back,
I
man.
honestly,
Take it back.
Yeah, we sorry. We sorry, Daddy. We didn't mean to jump ahead out into Chicago, baby. Let's go back to Denver.
well, due to weather and travel and shit, I really didn't even get to see the first game. So you guys are gonna have to tell me your opinions on everything because our flight was delayed like 3 hours, and it was just a fuck fest from there getting to our hotel. And
But you're the one that wanted to come back to Denver. Here we are.
Well, I think
Give us
for all
something.
our fans out there, we're skipping around a little bit, and you know,
Here's what happened. McCarthy pitched like a stud,
Yeah.
and we won. This is about as simple as it gets. We're getting some good pitching out of some Some cheap pickups, man. McCarthy
Some
and
Dackles.
Sanchez, geez. They're doing about anything you can ask them to do. I'm pretty pumped for it, too.
Yeah. Did you say Flaherty?
No, McCarthy. McCarthy and Sanchez.
Oh, you're just talking pitchers.
Just-
I was
yeah,
gonna
just
say.
getting some-
We got Flaherty on
We'll
the cheap.
leave
and-
Flaherty for a different time.
Yeah, he's a star. Mr. Flaherty, be hitting the ball pretty well. No, I'm talking about the pitchers, man. We picked a couple of them up, took a flyer out on a few veterans, and they've been paying off.
Yeah, so far. I mean, we're
Yeah.
two starts in, so we'll see. I mean, the season's long,
I mean,
but
keep
so
rolling,
far
though. Keep rolling.
they've been looking good.
Start hot, finish hot, right?
I think
You heard?
Sanchez looks like, we were talking about it before, but the most controlled pitcher there is. It really feels like he's in control a lot of the at bats and kind of works the count and changes speed so much that the hitter's got to be off balance. I mean, that dude, yeah, like we were saying, 67 to 91,
yeah.
and he's around the strike zone. He keeps it around the knees, or he has been. So
Yeah, I mean, he's got the stuff that could get smashed, but he's doing a good job at dinking, dunking.
yeah, he definitely has the stuff that can get smashed.
He's keeping it away from no one's barreling up on him.
But maybe we're getting the best of him in his veteran years here, you know? He's gotten smart.
Could be. Well, and just think about when one of the best defensive catchers comes back from his DL stint, Tyler Flowers. He'll start framing up Sanchez a little bit. And
Yeah.
Best defensive or just best framing?
best framing.
Yeah, he's
I
very
can get pretty careful. I mean, but he's good.
No, he's great at
I like,
framing
and
pitches.
he's pretty decent down to second, too. Like,
I think I'd heard something. They had some ranking on framing pitches that were outside of the strike zone and getting it called for a strike. And I think he was like second or third of ranking catchers. I think
was
Yachty was up there.
yeah.
I don't know that 100%, but I want to say I feel like he was.
Well,
but
and Yachty's fallen off.
Well, he's got to do something to make up for those chicken arms. He's such a
who,
big,
Flowers?
yes.
Yeah, he looks like a big guy, and then he's up there to bat, and it's like, oh my god!
Oh, those are adorable.
Swing away, man.
So what he did was slap the tattoo on it. And was like, all right, look at my manly arm.
He's like,
They might be small, but this tattoo is mighty.
These arms are small, but they're strong. I mean, they're chiseled. He's got a little vein action, but they're just disproportionately small.
They are. I think he has a big head or a big face.
yeah, his
I
face
can't
is
decide.
big. Yeah,
he has a big face.
Yeah.
So it gives him the appearance like
His eyes
I'm
are real.
going to be this big guy with these other big like features, but then his arms are just small.
If you slowly pan down from his face and neck, and then get to the arms, like bum, 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 bum. It's like, he does from the neck up. He looks like a English hooligan. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
those guys that just go beat the shit out of you. Ass
I
out.
bet
He looks like one that has gotten the shit beat out of him. Like, what are you doing, buddy?
he loves wearing long sleeves.
Yeah, he definitely digs cool weather. But
Like
Yeah.
if he's getting intimate, he would prefer to leave his shirt on instead of the girl. Or, a chick maybe that doesn't know he already has small arms. Like,
leave something to the imagination.
yeah. They're like, wow, this guy's got a big face that's on top of me. He's obviously got big arms. I mean, he's a pro athlete. He's got to have big arms.
He's a
big,
catcher
sexy arms.
For the Braves.
But they're kind of scrawny arms with the tattoo
They
on
are
it.
like a girl, like a little Beretta, that someone like a girl would carry around, like in the world of guns. You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah. No, I don't know
But you
either.
call arms guns.
I don't. Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? He's
All right.
talking about putting on the gun show. Like his is like the little Beretta that fits inside of a girl's clutch purse. Like,
Yeah, we were rapping, we were doing good, and then
I went the gun route.
yeah,
Sorry.
kind
All right, well, moving
threw it
on.
off with
Then
the gun.
let's keep going then.
All right, so
Stay in Denver though.
yeah, we are. Albie's homer.
We're definitely not going to
Yeah.
Don't go to Chicago.
Washington. Or Chicago.
Albie's homered. Mr. No, he shouldn't be lead off. Ender's 125 should be lead off.
Ender is a proven product. That's our leadoff guy for the long haul. He just got to get his head right.
No.
I love me some Albies. Believe me, I love them. I love
The only reason they're giving Ender the leadoff spot is because he is the veteran. Ozzie Albies is
I would say he kind of earned it.
He's going to step up and blow Ender out of the water.
You telling me he got it? You're telling me he got it because he's the veteran? You don't think he earned that spot?
He did.
Okay, thank
He did at one time, but if you want to be real about it, Ender would be a better leadoff hitter.
I think
He has a little more pop in his bat.
you saying Albies would be a little better? Or
Yeah,
Ender?
what? Albies.
Okay, I thought you said Ender.
Oh, sorry. No, Albies.
Like from the sample that we're seeing, you're right. Right now, it looks fantastic. I'm just saying Ender's more of a proven product. I hope Albies keeps setting the fucking world on fire. I truly do. But if you're putting a gun to my head, I'm going to take Ender because you know he's going to flip it around. He ain't batting $125 the whole season. He's coming back. He's a veteran. They asked Snitker. They said, "Hey, are you a little worried about Ender right now?" And I think he said, and I quote, "Ender is the last person I'm worried about on this team.
Yeah.
He's going to get his shit together." So let's move on from that.
I agree, but
Well, yeah, that's not the argument. I didn't say he wasn't going to get his shit back. I'm just saying Albies would be a better leadoff
just
hitter.
saying-
I agree. I think Ozzy Albies would be a better leadoff hitter because he's a little bit faster, and
Based on
he's really not got that much less pop.
what, a week?
No, he has more pop.
That's what I think.
Hold
He's
on.
got like 5 home runs.
You guys are deducting all this based on a week's worth of a hot streak. Using this,
Dude, he did it in the last-
Using
in the
this,
end of
then
last year,
Dan
too.
Douglas should have been our leadoff hitter. When
Yeah,
he was in,
he did it when he came up here last year too, dude.
I don't think he's. Let's look at some numbers here. I don't have the numbers right in front of me, and let me preface all this by saying I hope he keeps doing fantastic. But I'm not just going to jam somebody in the leadoff spot because he's
It's
having
not
a good
like
week.
we're casting Ender off to fucking
Dude, Ender
the
would be
ocean. He's going to be in the lineup. I'm
be
just
a-
saying Ozzy would be a better leadoff
You
hitter.
don't think somebody like Ender has a little bit of pride?
But
Well, who cares?
doesn't Ender seem like a pretty good two-hitter anyway?
I think he seems like a good hitter.
If you sit here and think about it, he's got all the tools as a two-hitter.
I think he's got.
He's got the great tools for a one-hitter, but so does Ozzy. I think Ozzy's got a better chance at one.
We're gonna find out.
I don't think we will because Snitker's scared. Snit happens.
Life's a Braves game. Snit happens.
Hold on, I'm looking up his stats here this year.
Yeah, get your 2G going there.
It's your internet.
It's your phone.
Damn, dude.
I connected to your internet.
Like it's
All
your
right.
it's your internet, and that's that.
Damn, that 2G, man. I haven't heard that in a long
Man, that
time.
2G crazy, baby. You know what I'm saying?
He's batting 313 last year when he came up in the pros. 57 games played, batted 286, 6 home runs, 28 ribs. So that's
He's hitting 313 this year with a 1.0306 OPS. So
Well, if you want to crown his ass, then crown him.
5 home runs so far. I mean, the guy is electric.
He's tearing it up.
You just have a boner for Ender, and you're like, I don't want to take him out of the leadoff
No, I
spot,
just
'cause
don't
he's
think-
always been there.
I just
It
don't
feels
think
warm
you
and
make-
cuddly when I see Ender at the top.
Well, we're gonna make a
Well, guess what?
reaction.
The times are changing. And guess what? If you put him in the spot and he doesn't produce, you can switch it back. But why are you so against, like, no, can't fucking move Ender?
No, I just
I
don't
can't move his 125 average down.
I don't think you make a knee-jerk reaction because someone had a great week and someone had a tough week. You don't do that to professional
Great
athletes.
week.
you're right. I mean, we're only 2 weeks in, so
That's what I'm saying. Give the guy a fucking break. And you know what? Great. Now we've got 2 people who are capable of hitting leadoff.
Why
Yeah.
not mix it up?
I don't know, because I just think that puts shit in, and maybe Ender doesn't care. I don't know. I'm not his mom. I'm not his wife. I don't know anything about him. But when someone's struggling like they are, and then you go moving them out of leadoff spot, which is a pretty prestigious spot, you don't think that might get into somebody's head? That might have them wondering what the fuck is going on? You know,
yeah,
that
but
can
as a good manager, and if he's a professional player too, a true professional, he understands, hey, I'm struggling a little bit. He's going to maybe give me a different look somewhere else in the lineup.
that's why he sat on Saturday.
Yeah.
You usually don't see him on Saturday sitting.
No, we gave him a mental break. That's for sure.
Why not put him like in the 5 spot in the lineup? Just give him a different look in the lineup.
Well,
Maybe it'll
you put the
jumpstart him too.
Put the quick guys in the 6th spot.
No, I think He's hot right now, and I hope he stays hot. I don't know if you go fucking with the dynamic of a team because someone's having a good week and someone's having a bad week. That's all I'm saying. But you did get your wish. If we're allowed to move on
Yeah.
from Denver for 1 second.
Can we go further?
Mr. Suzuki, batted cleanup. You've been begging for it. I will say I didn't see it coming, but
Yeah. The
Old
same
Rooster.
day
It's
Mitch
our-
said he didn't see it coming was the game he hit two home runs.
once again, perfect time.
Where is Ronald Acuna going to play when he gets called up?
Wherever the fuck he wants to.
That's what I think. He's going to be cleaned up right away.
I think. Well, you wouldn't want to move Markakis out of the cleanup spot because it could throw off the whole dynamic of the team.
But it's Markakis in the frickin' cleanup
I know.
spot.
So that aside, the only problem I would see moving Markakis out of that spot is he might hit less home runs. So
I got nothing for that. He's hitting 10 home runs a year no matter what.
oh, I know.
But
according to Mitch, you can't move him out of that spot. Otherwise, it's going to fuck everything up.
No.
Everybody's going to be so lost. They won't even know how to swing the bat because they haven't batted in that position, and you're just throwing off the whole dynamic.
dude,
of the team.
I put Acuna in the cleanup spot no matter what.
And let's be real. Markakis knows he's not a cleanup hitter. He's not going to be offended if
Markakis
somebody.
is at best a 7 hitter.
I know. He's not going to be offended if Snit's going to be
He
like,
knows it
hey,
too. He's like, dude, I hit like 270 and
I know you got a lot of pop in your bat, Marky, but I'm going to have to move you down to like 8th. And we're going to just try somebody else out there. I doubt Markakis is going to be like, no way, dude. I hit so many home runs. You can't move me out of that. It's just, you could throw off the whole dynamic of the team.
Are we done now? Have you finished?
Well, you know I'm right. You can experiment.
We
something-
weren't talking about Markakis. We were talking about Ender and
No, Brett,
Ozzie. We were
you
talking
brought
about
up Suzuki, how he batted cleanup.
I said you got your wish. How did that turn into Markakis?
that turned into me talking about Acuna. And
Yeah, Acuna, great. Put him in the cleanup spot. I saw what he did in the spring. He looks like he's got all that stuff. I never said Markakis should be in the cleanup spot.
No, you said Suzuki shouldn't be, and you said you don't want to move these guys out of the lineup.
No, I said I was
Because
eating crow that day because as soon as I said I don't think he's a cleanup guy, he hits 2 ding-dongs. And then I said, you got your wish. He's in the cleanup spot, and he's doing good. He's batting well. Moving on. We can talk about who should be in the 5 spot.
I honestly think that's where they're going to put Acuna to start out, is the 5 spot.
that wouldn't be too bad.
And I think you'll see Markakis push to like a 7th or 8th in the lineup. Because
You got to put Swanson 6. I mean, Swanson's got to start hitting 6 because that's always
And-
built for the fast man in the middle of the lineup. 6.
but damn, the dude's batting like 360. It's
Yeah,
Where do you
357
put
with a 961 OPS.
Put him in the 3 spot.
No.
move Freeman to clean up.
so, yeah.
We're just exploring our body here, dude. We just want to find out what's going on out here.
We could move Freeman to clean up
I was
spot.
gonna say, what's it going to do? Throw off the whole kilter? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Let's get fluid here.
No, Mitch, stop thinking outside the box. That's dangerous.
Come on, Mitz.
I live outside the box.
Mitz, you're crazy now.
You crazy.
So you can't even just comprehend the thought of putting Albison the lead off and moving Ender out, but you can consider
but
moving Freddie out of the
You can
field.
switch them back and forth.
I
1
agree.
And 2.
That's
1
my
and 2.
thing.
1 and 2.
1 and
Yeah.
2. 2 1. 7.
2-1.
7.
1, 2. We're
7.
like programming
4.
computers.
4.
4, 5, 7. It's binary.
0 1 0 1 0 1 1 1.
Nope. I think he's got all the attributes you're looking for.
I
I
think-
think hitter. Right now, I just don't know where Ender's head is at because this is a pretty prolonged slump. And that's the only reason. That's what I was talking about is that dynamic. You move everybody else around, do whatever you got to do to make it work, but you pull the chain on a leadoff guy. That's a pretty big demotion.
I'm not saying you're pulling the chain on him, but maybe move him somewhere else in the lineup, give him a little different look, let him get back in the groove. Maybe he kind of picks it back up and you can put him back in the starting spot.
Yeah, I can see that. You move him down to maybe even 7.
Well,
There's not a lot of
just
there's not
give
a
him-
bunch of pressure in the 7 spot.
Just give him something
6.
different.
6 is where you usually keep those quick guys.
You bat in 6. 6, 7, 8. I mean, basically, you're just happy to be there
Yeah.
at that point.
Or, move
But it's
him.
it's Ender. So
It'll be fine.
Or,
he hit 300 in the last 2 years, right?
Yeah,
Especially in Atlanta when we got him from the Diamondbacks, he's been hitting pretty much 300 since.
I think Tyler said he had the most at bats of anybody in the major leagues last year. He had over 200 hits.
Well, he was second in hits
I mean,
behind Blackman, or I think it was Blackman.
He's machine.
He is the man.
yeah, he didn't have the most plate appearances, but it was the most at bats. Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think that was it because we were talking about then that he must not walk as much as you'd like to see a leadoff guy walk, even though his on base percentage was north of 350.
It was right around there.
Well,
it wasn't. It was
he's
like
a slap
357,
hitter.
something like that.
I mean, he's just a straight slap hitter.
He's
So
out there
he'll be
just
all right.
slaps it.
Slap it, baby.
But maybe if you drop him to the 2-hole,
Slappy.
maybe if you drop him to the 2-hole and people, the second spot in the lineup, I mean,
Just put him in the
Ender, you dirty dog.
Slide Ender into my 2-hole.
All right, we'll
Just go back to the
slide
2-hole.
right in there. All right, moving to the second spot in the lineup. Maybe he's going to start seeing more pitches because now Freddie's right behind him, and they have to.
And that's the thing. That's why you got to do it, is because Freddie needs to start seeing some pitches because he's been getting walked. Second to Harper this year. I mean, he's been getting walked like crazy.
Everybody, all of a sudden, he's Barry fucking Bonds.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to throw him anything.
And that's
well,
what's
they don't
crazy.
have to.
And everybody shifts against him, but Freddie can hit Oppo all day. Like it might be in the
Yeah,
outfield most of the time, but
He can hit off.
Start laying some fucking bunts down. We'll get on that topic some other day of the shift.
Yeah.
I hate that. I don't know why everybody doesn't bunt on the shift. They're giving it to you.
Just right down.
They're conceding
because they're
base.
MLB players, dude. They want to hit. They want to
I know,
swing
but they're
for the fucking.
they're
fences.
just saying take first. You can have it. We don't care.
It's definitely an AL mentality to not bunt. I feel more like in the NL, you should see more bunting because that's very kind of small ball, station to station.
It just beyond me sometimes why these guys don't lay more bunts down.
Yeah, it's crazy.
'Cause they're
even
handling
like Joey Votto was getting shifted on the other day. I was like, what?
And you're right. They're major league batters. They're power hitters. A bunch of pride. They want to put it in the cheap
Yeah, there's
seats.
chicks in the crowd.
Chicks dig the long ball.
Chicks ain't digging bunting. God damn, did you see the bunny lay down? I'm going to fuck him.
Ooh, just deadened that ball. Look at that.
Ooh, did you see how
He pulled back. He just
What are
caught
you
it.
talking about? That's how I got married.
He caught it with the bat.
he's so soft and sensual?
You see how he didn't like push? He just caught it with the bat.
He knows how to control his wood. Did you see that?
He just brought it in and made it his own.
Got it.
I think that's an ash bat.
Definitely sounded ash.
It sounded ashy. All right. Well, okay.
I don't know how we got there.
We took
I don't know. Okay, so whatever. We'll
took
move
the
on
long
from the
way.
lineup. Yeah, so Albies hit a leadoff. Well, not a leadoff homer, but a first inning homer in Colorado. This is game 1. They won 8-3.
Yep, McCarthy pitched well. I still think he does resemble Christian Bale somewhat. Not as much as Homer
Let's
Bailey.
not.
Let's be careful
Stupid.
on that. Yeah,
He
let's
doesn't.
just
He doesn't look like Christian
game
Bale.
2.
Okay.
In a ball. In a ball.
Let's not.
Want to be a ball?
Well, hold on. We'll read the stat lines. Ender went 1 for. This is game 1. Ender went 1 for 5. Albies 2 for 5 with 2 runs. Freeman 1 for 3. Run, RBI.
How many walks?
Base on balls. 2.
Okay.
2 base on balls. Markakis 1 for 4. A run and a base on ball. Suzuki 1 for 5. 1 run.
You must say it so racist.
You can-
I am just saying it how before I even knew who Kurt Suzuki was and our mom drove that Suzuki sidekick. That's just how I've always said it. Suzuki.
That's Kurt Suzuki.
That old boy.
Preston Tucker, the new stud.
That's your groomy little fastball there, baby.
1 for 2. 1 run, 1 RBI, 1 base on ball. So Flair, well, Dansby 3 for 5. He had a triple in there, a run, 3 ribbies. So he drove.
He
in
almost went for the cycle that game.
Did he?
Yeah.
That was the one I didn't see.
Dansby or Culberson?
Yeah, who knows?
I can't. I'd have to go to the tape.
Dansberson.
Even McCarthy, 1 for 3 with 2 RBI. Wow. helping himself out. McCarthy, 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned, 4 Ks to 1 base on ball. So he's not a real power pitcher by any means.
No, he's the Sanchez approach.
Yeah.
He's dinking dunking.
Moylan,
get a spot.
the sidewinder.
So I'd wind up.
Dude, this Peta.
2 1/3, 1 walk, 2 Ks. I don't know what to think of Moylan. There was a time when we had him the first go around where he was the shit.
Dude, he was part of that group that just dominated.
Yeah, Venters.
Yeah.
He wasn't part of the three-headed
Kimball.
monster, but he was like
He
the
was.
stubby
Wasn't that the
fourth head.
three-headed
No.
No, the three-headed monster was Mr. O'Flaherty.
Oh, Flaherty. That's a...
Mr.
O'Flaherty, Venters, Kimbrel.
Yep.
Three-headed monster. You were fucked.
Yeah.
If you didn't score by the 6th, you were done.
Yeah, no, we shortened the game to a 6-inning game because once it got into the 7th, 8th, 9th, you were not scoring on those guys.
Yeah, good rock.
So that was amazing. They shortened the game to by a third, and then Carl came in an inning, one hit.
Old hot Carl.
Hot Carl's been
Carl's
doing pretty good
good.
this year. That one game that he had.
He looks like Cody in Step by Step, the cousin that lives in the van
Yeah.
out in the backyard.
Who, on a side note, is also who took over for Van Damme in the Kickboxer series.
I knew you were going there. Van Damme shit.
I'm sorry, I like him very much.
In hell.
So 8-3. Looks like Dansby and McCarthy combined for 5 of those runs. Freddie had one. And then the game me and Vought were at, Braves
Which was-
lost 3-2.
It was upsetting.
innings.
I told Mitz earlier that I sat in my seat for a good half hour after the game.
You did?
ended. Yeah. And
I when they scored that, I told Kristen, come on, let's go and let's get the fuck out of here.
you have one or two ways of getting out of that place. You either sit there I sat there for a half hour to 45 minutes. And everybody in my whole section was out.
Really?
Yeah. There's nobody in that section.
Sitting there.
I almost cried. Dude, that's 0 for 15 for my last 15 Braves games, man.
Jesus.
I saw
you
that.
are a bad luck.
Yeah, and I told him, I said, from the Braves department, please cease and desist attending any further Braves games.
Good luck stopping me, man.
So 15 games, you're 0-15.
Yep. So I've seen them. It started.
Did they get swept in San Diego when we
Yep.
got there?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they got swept. It was bad.
The year before that, we watched them win the first game, and then they lost the last 2
Where? In Kansas City?
in Colorado.
Colorado.
So went 2,
Yeah,
and then
you're right.
3 there. There's 5. Like it just adds
And
up.
then we
I
went
saw them
to-
in San Diego.
Oh, so it's just
Or I saw them in Kansas City.
yeah, you went with
And I
us.
saw them in St. Louis.
I about
Mm-hmm.
didn't make that Kansas City game. We can talk about that later, too.
Yeah, you were not in good shape.
You were passed out in the back seat.
I
Got the spins.
I rose like a phoenix from the ashes.
You did. That was actually pretty fucking amazing looking
Yeah.
back on that. You were dead, dude.
Something hit. It
dead to the world.
You know, like in Terminator?
And you had to
When
walk
that-
all the way across that Kansas City parking lot, too.
God forbidden park. And it was like 105 degrees that day. I was just sweating it out.
So it was hot.
Like the Terminator eye, you know, when it's flickering red, and it was flickering, and then it goes, and it turned on. I was back full power. I don't know how I did it.
Dude, and we
It
sat,
was amazing.
and we sat at the pretty much the top of Kauffman Stadium, too.
Yeah, the highest point.
Why did we buy those tickets? That was shitty.
They were shitty.
Because
They're like
that
$10
was
a
when
piece.
Kansas City sucked.
Oh, it was right before they had their run.
Yeah, I mean, but where nobody.
Well, because I think we'd blown our load on the first game. I think the
game
first one we
where
we-
Jay Hay fucking
Yeah, we spent some decent coinage on the first tickets, and we had the hotel and the whole thing, and you know, can't spend too much. It's Kansas City.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying at that point, that was before the World Series. That was before they lost in the World Series.
They still had upstanding citizens in their crowd, though, because I do believe we got reprimanded for cussing in the
Oh,
top
really?
deck. Yeah,
Dude, I've been
Well,
reprimanded
that's
for
where
cussing.
that's where the old crotchety people sit.
we were
dude.
on the high V level.
I'll tell you what, I felt like you were either part of the Bloods or the Crips at the Rockies game we were at. There was people with doing the tomahawk chop on the first base side or third base side where we were at behind the dugout.
Yeah.
I mean, you were there. You were in
Yeah,
that
it was getting
section.
loud, man.
They were getting loud, and then there were some Rocky fans in front of us that they weren't taking too kindly to that, and they were making it awkward. Yeah, I mean, and then you had the Rocky fans started chanting back, I'm like, that's like a sporting event. Those old people that are all fucking crotchety sitting up in the nosebleed section because they refuse to pay more than $5.25 for a ticket.
Well,
Because
they get
back
the-
in their day, it was a nickel, and you can get a hot dog for a penny and
Nickel.
enjoy the.
These are the nickel seats. Well, they got it along with the gallon of milk. They got a free ticket. That's,
No,
you just got to milk the cow.
It's 225 ounces of Coors Originals. Man.
yeah, that's. There was a ticket in the box. Oh, look, free for any game.
Did I tell you? I was 11 rows back from basically the center of the dugout, and Ozzy Albies. Well, I stood up. It was about it was the ninth inning when we tied it up to
Yeah.
take into extras, and a whole bunch of people stood up to do the chop, and I had just enough beers where I really didn't give a fuck about the people in front of me because they were kind of like rude, obnoxious Rockies fans, which I thought was not what I thought it was going to be. I thought everybody's going to be stoned and just cool, but these people are not cool with how many Braves fans are sitting around. But I was just like, fuck it. I just stood up and started chopping, and it was Ozzy, Tehran, and fuck, I can't remember who the other dude was. But either way, I'm the first dude from the dugout to where I'm sitting. I'm the first guy chopping. Like there's nobody between me and the dugout. And Ozzy turns around. It's just when they scored that tying run, and he gave me 2 thumbs up. I mean, we made it like eye contact, and he was like all giddy, smiling because how many people were chopping and shit. You know? So
Cool.
yeah, it's kind of cool. And then the wheels fucking fell off. In the tail.
Yeah, well, I rolled this is real.
Four
wheels,
straight-
wheels.
4 straight pitches, 4 straight balls, right? That's what the last at bat was.
Mhm.
That's painful, man. I mean, we were talking about it a little bit, Mitch. You got to put it in play. Or, I mean, just let them put it in play.
Yeah,
Give them something to hit.
Throw strikes, man.
Just, who gives a Just throw it across the plate because
If you
the
look
odds
at
are.
if you look at a lot of the good pitchers nowadays, they just throw strikes. Throw strikes, let them hit it.
They're throwing strikes, and
And
they can
there's-
kind of hit the corners a little bit. But for the most part, you get 2-0 and the bases are loaded and you're in extra innings, you're in the bottom of the 10th, just lob one across the plate. Just
Exactly.
fucking see what happens. I mean, you cannot walk the dude.
That was painful. It was painful to watch him claw back. Ozzy made that fantastic play. It almost felt like everything was working. It felt
I think
like
he was like number 4 on top 10, something like maybe number 6. I don't know.
4 or 3.
Was it? All right.
That
was a great play.
It felt like momentum was in our favor. It was just the Braves' time to win, and then they forgot what a strike was.
It was tough for me to tell from where I was sitting. I could tell up and down, but I couldn't tell left to right as much.
They were close.
Must have just missed.
Ball 4 was close, but I think like when me and VZ were chatting upstairs, he hadn't given the ump any reason to give him the benefit of a doubt on a borderline call because he was all over the fucking place.
Walking and walking and walking.
Well, yeah, that obviously works against you. When you can't throw a strike and then you throw a borderline strike, you're not going to get that
Very
call.
rarely is he going to go, yeah, this guy's in control of his shit tonight. Let's go ahead and...
He meant to put that
That's
there.
a strike.
Yeah.
And then Maddox and Glavine used to work it the opposite way. They just keep nibbling a half an inch, another inch, another inch.
Get a little
just-
closer.
To the point where halfway into the next batter's box and straight.
Yeah.
I don't tell you, he hit the spot.
He keeps throwing it right there.
Son of a bitch.
All right, so
And then the next
fuck
game.
that game. Then the next game, Braves go on to a nice. That was the one we talked about earlier. That was
I didn't see. I watched or I
Newcomb's.
listened to a little bit of it, but
won 4-0.
What were you doing?
Markakis and Dansby.
on the way back,
I was high.
I must have ate some edibles or something.
Yeah, by the way, if you do get out to Denver, check those places out. They're very interesting. The place we went into, I know we're backtracking now, but I want to tell you guys this. So we went into one of these marijuana stores, and It's downstairs, of course, because it's always got to feel shady when you're fucking trying to buy something, even
Even
when
though
it's legal.
they want to keep the
So we go
authentic
downstairs. There's a cop in there checking IDs. Like they scan them in this thing. Did you have the same thing at the place you went?
Not cops, but yeah, I've been scanned.
This dude had I'm pretty sure he had a gun on him.
A pistola?
Like it was not a place you want to go fuck around in. That's for sure.
Was it? It was on 16th Street then.
Yeah, it was on 16th Street.
Yeah, that's why. That's big money area.
Oh yeah, probably. Well, so we go in there, and they're selling like iPads in there too. It was the weirdest establishment. It was right when you go in, it was like they had this display of, okay, I don't want to get sued by Apple or something, but it was definitely some sort of electronic pad. Like touchpad. What do you call those motherfuckers?
An iPad,
Yeah, but let's say you're not trying to call it an
a
iPad.
tablet.
Yeah, some sort of tablet.
Tablet.
Okay.
There it is.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, are they aware that they're associated with this place? Or I don't know what's going on. But either way, they talked me through it. I got some edibles because I flew there and I didn't have anything to smoke it in. So I got some edibles. And it was fantastic.
Did you get the tablet?
I did not.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if you buy a bag, get a tablet free.
Well, the cool thing was on
Show it off.
on the side of the
Check me
tablet,
out.
you could pull out this little container thing and hide your weed in there, right in the tablet.
No shit.
No, but that would be a great idea.
you had
That
me.
would be a great idea.
You-
Either way, you're not getting through the Denver airport.
Hell no, you're not. When I went through that security line, they sectioned us all off. And they had a dog, a giant fucking canine, sniffing
What
each
kind of a
individual
canine?
person, or
German
Shepherd. They had the canine unit, German Shepherd. I'm retarded. And
It's a Saint Bernard.
they had this huge Chihuahua. Biting my ankle so hard. I'm like, okay, I give, Uncle. No, but he's sniffing each individual person as they're going through the security line. I was like, damn, they're not messing around. They do not want you leaving this state with those drugs because who knows what
Well,
sort of
especially getting on a
liabilities.
plane, dude. Like,
Oh, yeah, man. If you get some weed on a plane, the
'Cause,
thing might
dude,
fucking explode.
yeah, if you smoke a bowl,
Everybody could die.
dude, if you smoke a bowl, you might go crazy enough to take that pilot down.
Well, dude, I've seen Reefer Madness. That's based on a true story.
Mm-hmm.
You could go mad and start killing people and shit. Probably raping people.
That's why you do not smoke the reef, man.
Yeah.
I don't hit very hard when I'm high, though. It'd be tough to overtake anybody when I'm stoned because my swing is so slow.
Hey, bud.
Hey, man. And then even if I did swing at him, I'd probably start apologizing and laughing.
You ever see that movie with The Rock?
Dude, I'm sorry, man.
Let's not do this, man.
You know what? This is how wars start, bro.
Hey, you know what? You got a mom and a dad, man, and they just want the best for you. And I got a mom and a dad, man, and they just want the best for me, man.
So let's be the best for us.
Let's be good people.
Shit could get deep. That's probably the worst case scenario if you get high on a plane is you might have a deep conversation with your...
No, what if you are high enough, like, and if you're not used to that train of thought and you're on a plane, and if it's a clear day and you can see very, very far, I could see you being a little fucking freaked out about, like, how high up you are and how far out you can see and just the earth below you and shit.
I get paranoid about two
Holy
things.
shit, you just blew my mind on that one.
I get paranoid when I'm high, and I get paranoid when I fly. You put those two together,
Yeah.
we might have a problem.
Mitch
Bad
white
time.
knuckles the fucking seats,
I
dude.
do.
You hit a little bit of turbulence and he is, holy smokes, he is uptight.
It's scary.
It's hilarious.
And Denver is the worst airport
Denver's the worst.
to fly in or out of.
Out of, dude.
If you don't like, because the last time we went there, when we all got split up, because, and I will say fuck Southwest, because we were there on time.
15 minutes early.
15 minutes early.
Before the flight leaves, let's say.
The plane was still
Let's
there.
be fair. Let's tell the fair story.
Sir, it's already boarded. We overbooked the plane and we gave it to the other folk. It says so. Sorry.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Yeah, so anyways, the plane I have to get on, they're walking me downstairs. I'm going. I'm like, what's going on down here? They're giving away free shit in the basement. And so going around, all of a sudden we're outside on the tarmac. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It was like a scene out of Major League. Because I'm looking at all these nice planes in
Oh, what the? That's a fine.
in the plane that I'm...
That's a fine.
That's a technical
That's
foul.
So the plane that I'm taking pulls up, and it literally had propellers on it. And
No.
Yes, it did.
Way.
It had propellers on it.
Nope.
It wasn't
This
like
isn't Indiana Jones.
I swear to God, it's not like a tiny little plane that, like a puddle jumper. It was a big plane, but it had propellers. I'm not joking. And a guy that's always scared of flying.
I don't believe that.
We're leaving out of Denver, and the air's all fucked up, and it's just going... and it's just... and this plane's just farting its way into the atmosphere, and I'm just... freaking out because it did, and all of a sudden it's making that loud noise, and it would cut out. Be like, talk about white knuckle! I about ripped the fucking seat handle off that thing.
Did you have a thunderstorm behind your ass?
It was a shitty.
Or did
day.
you left after minutes?
You know, honestly, I can't even remember.
It was a.
I think I left first.
It was a
because
shit day.
Kristen was picking me up. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
it was. She was picking us up.
Yeah.
So they had the one seat open, and
And then they took you to
and then
a different.
Christy. No,
And
Christy
they're like-
bought me another ticket.
They go, Mr. Vaught, your plane's gonna leave in 9 hours.
Bad news.
I was like, shit.
so get comfortable.
I go, where's the nearest bar?
Yeah.
So I went to the nearest bar.
Hell
and
yeah.
The craziest part about the whole thing is
You got drunk, had time to
No, they
sleep,
go-
and then got drunk again before you got on the plane.
I did too. But anyway, they go at this bar. They go, you buy a fucking 24-ouncer, you get a free shot of Fireball. So I was like,
Get the fuck out of here!
all right,
What?
yeah, at the Denver airport. So I was like, all right, I'll just buy a 24-ouncer of Odell, whatever. And then they'd bring Fireball over, and
No kidding.
yeah. So by the time I got,
Must have been some old Fireball. They're just trying to get rid of it or something.
I drank the whole thing. I guess
Holy
I had at least 6 drinks, so that six Fireballs.
smokes. Well, you got 9 hours, dude, and all you got to do is just drag yourself onto a plane, and,
Yeah.
and then you got another hour and a half.
And then Christy picked me up from the airport and took me to their house. So I was like,
No, I think I
Something-
picked you up.
from Colorado.
Yeah, in Omaha, didn't I? Yeah, I came and picked you up because I felt responsible that I was the first one out of there.
Your kid,
Oh, yeah.
You left your kid in Denver.
Well, I felt bad.
No,
'cause
Christy picked me up from San Diego.
yeah, another flight. Holy shit, we
Saint
suck.
Diego.
We suck at traveling. No, I picked you up from that Denver trip because I felt bad. I got the first flight out of there. I was like, whatever I can do to help, man. I feel bad because I'd been home for like 9 hours.
Yeah, you had time to take a nap.
Yeah, I mowed the lawn. I did some laundry. Like, I got some shit done.
I've been napping. Is there anything I can do?
Yeah, pick me up from the airport, asshole.
Yeah, that was. We've had some issues. San Diego wasn't the worst place to get stuck. I can tell you that much. Although
that was
you two
great.
boners were.
Well, I needed to get back. We went and got something to eat. We got some alcohol and went back to the hotel room.
Sat by the
We walked
ocean.
like
Forever.
3 miles that day.
We did well, yeah. And then the one lady's like,
Way
if
further
you want a
than
hot
3 miles.
spot, go to whatever. And we
Go
got in there,
to
and it was like
Little Italy.
It was a black tied.
All we were
It
looking
was
for
fancy.
at night, all we were looking for was alcohol. And they're like, there's a Walgreens around this block, around that block, and then around the other block.
Yeah, the Walgreens kept fucking
And it was
moving.
like, dude, it was fucking 6 blocks in front of us this whole entire time.
Walgreens kept moving.
Everybody we talked to, the Walgreens was somewhere close, but it was somewhere different.
You guys
go
are so
2
close.
blocks.
Just one more block.
Just go down this
It's around
block,
this block.
hang a right, and then down one more and hang a left, and then you'll see it down on the right side.
I think we take for granted how easy it is to get booze in this state.
Yeah, a lot of places
I would agree
I've
with
come to find out, especially the Bible Belt, they don't sell liquor in gas stations. You got to go to a liquor store.
You got it.
Liquor stores don't exist around here. I mean,
Georgia?
there's a
Yeah.
couple.
I found that out. We went and took our kids to Great Wolf Lodge, which is a racket, by the way. That's a money grab. But
You
Kansas,
said you had fun.
going down the slide was fun. The slide was fun. But
So you would pay for that entertainment?
but they upcharge for everything. That's my point. Anyways, Kansas is the same way. I know it now. I know what Kevin Bacon was upset about in Footloose. You can't dance.
I just want to dance.
And you can't buy liquor. And it's the same thing. You got to go to a spirit store. Come to find out, I start chatting with this guy. Not only do they have to sell it from a specific store, they cannot sell anything but liquor in that store. So you can't get soda.
No.
That's a lie, dude. I've
That's
been
wrong.
to Jefferson
Nope.
County in
Because
Missouri.
if
and
you'll
I
note it-
I bought orange juice and I bought
Kansas.
rum.
Kansas. We were
Kansas.
in Kansas City, Kansas.
Dude,
Well, maybe I'll give you
buy
that.
beer in a Kansas gas station too.
No. He's
No.
talking a liquor store
Liquor,
you
just
can't buy.
straight liquor.
If you can't get liquor or beer, I went into a convenience mart and you can't get it. There wasn't anything there, so I had to go to a liquor store. And I started talking to the guy. I asked the guy, "What the fuck? Why are you guys making it so tough to get a drink around here?" Yeah, their laws are pretty medieval. And he goes, "I can't even sell anything but liquor." So what they do in Kansas is they have a store inside of a store. So they've got this liquor store where you buy the liquor, and then there's another store kind of inside the store, and they ring you up separate.
Yeah, Uncle Paulie's in
Damn.
the back.
It's ridiculous. So if you're looking for a fun trip to take this summer, ladies and gentlemen, and you want beer to go along with it, come visit Nebraska.
Platte River, baby. Dude, that was a pretty cool rooftop bar.
It was
The problem was it closed at like 10:30.
Yeah.
The problem was we found out about it like second to last day, and then it closed 5 minutes after we got there.
Yeah, but it was a very cool hangout.
So we went up there and they're like, "No, it's closed." It's like, what? We just got done with this baseball game.
About that, we're gonna.
That's what we were like. Why wouldn't you advertise there's a bar up here after the ball game? You're so close to the park, you're gonna get some traffic.
Right. So
Just get a DJ up there.
Yep.
Bam! You got a fucking party.
Some house music, we won't.
Whatever, but you got a party.
Yeah, house music too.
Just anything that is producing noise, just play it loudly.
I don't think that was open to the public though, because that person that was running it did not seem too interested in hanging out and being busy.
Yeah.
They were pretty comfortable popping one top an
No,
hour.
you guys go to bed.
Ooh, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and close.
You think it was only to the hotel? Because I think anybody
Dude,
can
we
go
were in the
in.
hotel though. That's the problem.
No, I know, but anybody could have went into that hotel and just get on the elevator. That's not like
I
No,
suppose.
we had the key to
get to
go
the
up. Remember
door.
that?
Do you have to have a key to get out?
Yeah.
no,
Maybe you don't know that.
no,
You don't know that.
I think we did.
no. We did
Yes,
not.
we did.
It's San Diego, dude. Everyone is cool.
Cool.
I know exactly what it was.
What it was is what it were, but what it had was a place for dogs to shit up there. You remember that?
Yeah, that
They
was
had the
crazy.
fake grass place. What a
That
bunch
was
of
great.
fucking yuppies.
Yeah.
Seriously? A fake grass pad for your dog to piss and,
And
shit
people
on?
were taking everybody. Like every dog was there. That's Boston.
That's
Terrier.
accommodating. I think you're in a cement jungle there. You're downtown. Like, where would guests take their dog to go?
I
piss and
don't
shit?
know. I've just never seen anything like that in my life. Like a dog pad. Have you ever seen one around here other than that?
Well, no, because we don't live in a cement jungle in downtown.
And I think
San
it's
Diego.
They're
cement.
out in the middle of
I'm
nowhere. So
if I had to pick up dog shit, I'd rather pick it up off cement. It's easier.
it is.
It's right
I
there.
think you're really splitting hairs at this point of where you pick up your dog shit. Now you have a preference on where you pick up your dog shit?
Anyway, how about Braves players? If they weren't baseball players, then what would they be? Let's start with
Let's just go down the lineup.
the
But
face.
hold
Let's
on.
start with the face of the Braves.
Who's batting leadoff though in this lineup?
Well, let's just start with the face of the Braves, Freddie Freeman.
I thought you were going to say Flaherty.
I like Rackham.
He's so cool.
Okay, Tyler, you're up.
Freddie Freeman, I think, would be a very... Well, I don't even know. I don't know if this is like even going to be funny.
Mitchell
really.
Freakman.
I feel like he's probably smart and people really like him. So I think he'd be in sales somewhere. Like, I think he'd be a really good car salesperson.
Yeah.
I think he is
I can
very
see
disarming and people would really
He's
like
super
him.
tall though, so test driving, he'd have to
Even
be
better.
selling bigger vehicles.
No, it'd be funny.
He'd
You
hop in
know,
a
it's
fucking
that he
Miata.
hops in this small car. It'd be funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. You're trying to drive a new car you want to buy, and you got this dude just draped all over you. Isn't this car great? With his,
You want a hug?
with his
Free hugs.
super cool veneers.
Yeah, but
You want a hug, man? You want a
Let's
hug?
hug it out.
it's all about the personality. He's got a great personality. People would love him.
Car
He would
salesman.
sell some cars.
Car salesman. All right. Well,
He could be a Walmart greeter,
yeah, that's a good one.
Living
You know
the-
what I think he would be?
living the hug life.
I
would be-
think that would be sexual assault.
He's gonna be a museum tourisman. Like, he's gonna take people through.
Yeah, museum.
This right here is a woolly
Tourisman.
mammoth.
Like a tour guide
Yeah,
through a
tour guide.
museum.
Tourisman.
He would be good at that. I think he'd be really good at that. You know what? I could actually see him being an airline pilot.
That too, yeah.
He kind of has that. He's a little
Look
younger,
Well,
but
it'd be a small.
he's a
small
big,
airline.
tall,
Yeah.
strapping guy. So like you trust
Look
him.
off
Like
to your left.
he's strong.
Look off
I
to your
think
left.
he-
You got the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains.
They don't say that shit anymore, do they? Do they used to say that?
They used to, yeah.
Yeah. I think they said it when we were flying out to Boise. I think they were talking about the mountains or something. I'm almost positive the pilot had something to say, that there was some sort of something of significance.
I wish they would do that more often because when I'm flying, I kind of want to know. I mean, I guess I have seen
Yeah, right.
airlines that have those screens
Yeah.
in the back of the seat and
Yeah.
they have a map and you can kind of zoom in and see about where you're at.
Yep.
But if I'm on a plane that doesn't have that, I
Look
always
down there. There's the Mississippi River.
Well, yeah, I know that, but sometimes between that, I don't know where. I would like to know where I'm at. I like
down.
looking at that.
Okay, so maybe we should preface this whole thing and let the people in on how we kind of came up with this. Is that we had all decided, well, I guess not all of us. VZ apparently was a very, he's a student of Kurt Suzuki, apparently, and knew exactly how he talked. But Tyler and I were wondering if how does Kurt Suzuki talk? Does he have is it an Asian accent or something like that? And then we kind of came up with, like, wouldn't it be funny if he was just had the most American sounding voice?
Like
Like Western?
an old Texas American voice.
Like, come on, put one of those right down the middle. I'm going to fuck it up. It just wouldn't match him. We thought that that'd be funny, but then we took it to the next level and thought it'd be really funny as if he was like,
Come
one
on,
of those,
pretty girl.
come on, baby, won't you want to groove me one of those fastballs right down the middle there, baby? If he was like he was an Asian Elvis Presley impersonator, like in Vegas.
Living 2 blocks away from the strip, man.
That's what I'm saying. Come on, baby, throw me one of those straight ones.
Well, the funny part is when we're watching the games and he comes up to the plate and you're impersonating his voice while you're watching the game. It takes on a whole different level of.
Yeah, I suppose if you're and that coming to you guys soon, I think we will maybe commentate a game. I think we talked about doing that.
Yeah.
Let you guys into our weird world.
Yeah, we're gonna try to figure out the copyright laws, infringement laws, but yeah, we want to try to do a live game.
3 guys and a beer.
3 guys and a beer.
3 guys, a beer, and a ball game. Yeah.
3 guys, beer, and a ball.
Come on, Primo.
Come on, baby, throw me that hook. Ooh.
He's talking to Fultonevich.
Faulty, that was the other dude
Faulty.
out of the dugout in Colorado, but either way.
Come on, Faulty, baby.
Well, remember in San Diego, we were like, Fulty, throw the ball over here, dude. There's 3 Braves
A whole
fans
bunch
and a
of-
whole
yeah.
bunch of
A whole
Padres
bunch of
fans.
kids.
Yeah.
A bunch of kids, and they were.
Throw a ball over, and he's like, nope. Back
Those
to the
balls
infield.
don't cost them anything.
He was mean mugging too. He was
Why
like,
would
Yeah, it was. He kept looking up.
Thought he was so
Fucking cool.
That's when he
But-
had long hair too.
Yeah. But they probably only bring so many balls in that bag out, and if they're tossing them all out.
Dude, they spin balls like crazy in the MLB.
But I'm saying if they toss them all out, then they're gonna have to like pause whatever fucking activity they're doing and go get more. They don't want to do
Fulte
that.
was
they spin balls. I don't even how do we get off on that tangent?
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, that's your fault.
Yeah, so what would Ozzy Albies be in if he was not a baseball player?
Well, we kind of talked about this.
I mean, I think I have the magic wand on this one too. So
I was thinking like a black hairdresser. You know what I mean? Like a soul, like helping out the Soul Sisters.
oh, he's your fro, baby.
Girl, you need to put some condition up in that thing. I'm telling you, that stuff's ratty as hell. Because you...
Where's Ozzy from, first of all?
Curacao.
He's from
Okay,
Curacao.
Curacao.
Curacao
That's what I
number
thought.
2.
That hair, though.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's not what Ozzy's talking like.
Dude, he looks...
And that's
looks
a feminine job, so what are you saying about Ozzy, dude?
He's
What
cool,
are you
man.
saying
He's
about
cool.
Ozzy,
Don't worry
dude?
about him.
He's just fashionable. Look at that hair. You know it's everyone keeps saying his helmet flies off because he's got too much hair. I beg to differ. He's got so much soul glow up in that shit that it just slides off. There's zero
That's
friction.
what it is.
His hair-
Soul glow.
It's soul glow.
It's just got to be his hair is just so poofy that his helmet can't stay on. I don't. He said he's tried everything, like the 2-ear helmets and.
Yeah,
He used to get a chin strap. That's
Yeah.
a surefire way.
I think that's probably the way to go. But if Ozzy Albies was not playing baseball,
He'd
he
be a
would,
fucking hairdresser.
no, he would be a host at a restaurant.
A host.
Oh,
Yes.
welcome, folks. How are you?
That's sort of a feminine job too, though, don't you? Because you got to be.
No,
you
not
gotta,
really.
You got to
Like,
care. for
Not a
people.
busboy. He'd be like a busboy that wears
but
the.
that's kind of racist, Tyler.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Tyler.
I'm saying at a fancy restaurant where he's wearing like a white long sleeve
fancy what?
button
Because they
down
need to-
shirt with black slacks, and then he has a black apron on, and he's just going around refilling your water.
Why has it got to be black slacks and black aprons?
Because that's what they wear at fancy restaurants.
I've seen
like
white
real
aprons.
fancy
And the fact that you
restaurants.
say he's got to beat a fancy one, why? Because they have to meet a quota.
No, I'm just saying that's the restaurant I could see him in. Don't try to do this.
Don't you judge me?
Don't do this.
I still think that he'd be the mane and tail would be the name of his.
Name it.
The man. Yeah.
That'd be the name of his hair shop.
All right. How about Dansby? What would Dansby be if he was not a baseball player?
I mean,
A forever frat guy.
Yeah, that's what I think. He's like, he is honestly just like the frat.
He
dude.
fails on purpose. He's Ryan Reynolds in that movie Van Wilder.
Yeah.
He'd just be a frat dude forever. Because
I could see him like being the really handsome car repair dude. Like that the single mom.
like the one.
The single mom notices across the room, like he just like changed my oil. Holy
Well, he just
shit.
slays MILFs. That's all he does. Is just
Really?
slay- yeah.
I can.
Good for him.
That's what. No, that's what I'm saying.
That's
That
what we're
he
saying
would
what
do.
he could be.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. If
yeah,
he was
yeah,
a
yeah.
car
yeah.
recip-
He could be a gold digger, like a guy gold digger.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like he's out there looking for the cougars
Yeah,
with
That
money.
would be
though.
him. Yep.
he'd have a blue collar job, and
And whenever
that's
he
what
got
I'd do.
tired of it, he could just tag Culberson in.
or you know, no shit,
You want a threesome or just a tag team?
or like one of the direct TV guys that come and set up your shit and shows you how to use it, and
Now
and
we're
he ends up
we're
fucking.
talking typical porn right now. that was straight porn. Like,
What
Yeah,
happens
yeah,
now? He fixes the cable.
It would be something like
That's a
that.
good call, though. I do like that. That's a good call. He just a service worker, a
Yeah.
really good-looking young service worker.
Yeah. Or the dude that like delivers the Dr. Pepper on those almost semis.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And on those crate or
Yeah, he's
the
got the dolly.
dolly. Yes, he would totally do that job. I feel
shorts with the really toned calves.
like. Yeah, that you see at the gas
Or a
station.
FedEx guy.
He's gonna be the first Dr. Pepper carrier to have real short shorts.
He's going to bring short shorts back to deliver.
How about a Nick Markakis?
Ooh, you know, that's a tough one.
He's cutting goat meat at a Greek restaurant. That's what I'm thinking. Or is it mutton? Sheep. Sheep. He's cutting sheep meat at a Greek restaurant. That's what he opens a Greek restaurant.
Mine is I think he's going to be a video analyst or something like something weird.
You think so?
Because he's such a he's so quiet. And
As
weird
long
and
as
creepy.
the camera isn't on him, he kind of looks like an owl. You know what I mean? He's just got this look to him, like when he's staring at you.
Yeah, he is oddly
owly.
emotionless and silent.
he is. That's what I mean. He's
quiet,
he just kind of looks around.
I don't know what the hell he would do. Maybe be an awkward history teacher.
Yeah.
Just kind of one of those awkward, did
be-
he just say
No.
something inappropriate? Or is he just that awkward he doesn't know how to, socialize?
He's the quiet guy, though. You could definitely see him walking onto some sort of campus and bombing it or shooting it up. It's the quiet ones that snap, folks.
Yeah, or you know what? Like an awkward math teacher that just can't quite get the point across because he's just too shy. And
It's like Russell Crowe in A
Mr.
Beautiful Mind.
Markakis, I don't understand how you fucking found X.
The tangent
He's
is
Remember how I told you when you got to subtract here? And
the tangent.
He
Just-
muddles a lot,
Yeah.
and then you got to take the number up there, and then.
And then he's the assistant.
The skis.
And he's
I
the
told you once. I told you 1,000 times. Use foil.
he's the assistant girls JV basketball coach.
Yep. With the
That
Dockers.
doesn't say much, but he fetches shit and just kind of there.
He's just there. He's a fixture.
Yeah, because his daughter's coming up. She's in junior high, so he wants to go to coach.
Tan
No, actually,
Dockers.
he's got 4 boys, I think. He's got a bunch of
all
boys.
white basketball shoes and a polo tucked in every day.
Yep. And he's the dad that drives the minivan.
He's the carpool guy.
Yep. He's the dad
Listens
that gets
to
fucking
U2.
tricked into. You too. I could see it.
Yeah, that's him.
It's a beautiful day. Sky full and feel right.
Don't let it kill away.
Who else? What do we got?
And if you get Markakis drunk enough, he'll come out of his shell and tell you a little bit about what he does.
Hey, how about this? What do you think Markakis drinks?
That's
juice. He's a juice drinker.
Lying Googles.
You mean alcohol drink?
Yeah.
I don't think he does.
He probably doesn't.
I think he sips juice from a
So
box.
does he. So, yeah.
The juice boxes.
Yeah.
He's a juice box guy.
If I had, no,
Juicy juice.
nah.
He is,
I think
dude. He's so
Markakis.
straight that he
No,
maybe.
I think
like a red
Markakis is a
wine.
beer drinker. If I had to guess, I think he drinks beer. I
don't think so, dude. I think he either drinks.
Are you
juice
kidding?
or
He's a
red wine.
he's a southern bearded boy. That dude's drinking some
He
beer.
ain't no southern bearded boy. You said his parents were straight off the boat from Greece.
Oh, I don't know.
That's
Look
what you
at him.
told me.
Well, look it up.
Well,
Look at him,
it
dude.
up.
He's quiet. He's quiet. That's the only.
He's a southern boy. He's polite.
He's not a southern boy.
Yes, he is.
He's a Merlot drinker.
He's down.
He is. He's a red.
No, he's from the Atlanta Metro.
Yep, because he likes nice cuts of meat and what pairs with a fillet? A red. He's a red drinker.
No, he's a beer drinker.
Maybe
I guarantee you
some
he's
Pinot.
not.
I guarantee he is. He chews.
Yeah, he does chew. That
Good
is
for him.
He's a chewing southern boy. He's drinking beer.
That's a
Just
bit.
because he chews doesn't mean he's southern.
It's a
He
bit
is from the Atlanta metro area. That's where he went to high school.
Yeah, no, but
That's southern.
Atlanta's not south. Atlanta's,
Yes, it
it's
is.
a bubble.
That's south.
You've
dude.
got the south, and then
Okay, do you
Atlanta,
remember
and then
when we
north,
went
south.
down there when Jordan was growing up? Our younger sister, by the way, our dad remarried. She's a little younger, but all her friends called everybody, the parents, by their first name, Mr. Mark, Miss Sharon. I never did that back in Nebraska. That's Southern values right there, man. They do that in the South.
Yeah, but I would say like Mrs. Smith or Mrs. Pfeiffer.
No, you wouldn't.
I didn't say Maggie.
Yeah, right.
When I got older, I did. You know, when
Even
you're like,
when they
you're
got
like a
older, they never
teenager,
did,
If
though.
you're going to graduate,
I never called my friend's parents Miss first name.
yeah, maybe I didn't either. I don't remember. It's a long time.
You
ago.
didn't. You never spoke
All right,
like
you're
that.
probably fucking
You
right.
never spoke like
Point
that.
is, though, that we need to move on.
Mm-hmm.
From
Well, now,
from
I mean-
Marquez. Who else? Who we got?
Wait, did you say what?
Lane Adams. What's Lane
Oh,
Adams?
yeah. Did you say what you think he's going to be?
What?
What?
Marquez.
Who, Marquez?
Am I part of this discussion?
Dude, Marquez is definitely a tire salesman.
Tire salesman.
He's Dansby's boss at the car place.
Yep. Get out there,
Because
Daisy.
he's quiet and calculating.
Quiet and calculating.
He touches his mustache.
All right. What? Hold on. We haven't even made.
Get out there, Dansby.
He rolls it inside. We're not selling enough tires, yeah.
Nick, or Lane Adams.
Oh, Lane Adams. I
What
have
is
no
he?
fucking clue.
Dude, he's a bagger at a fucking grocery store.
Dude, like he just
He's a bigger, taller, stronger
He's a bagger at a grocery store.
Dansby. You know,
The quickest motherfucker on our team.
Borges is quick.
Borges.
He's
But,
fast as fuck.
Dude, Borges is hitting 0 for 0 or 0 for
Oh,
90.
he won a game for us.
Yeah,
He literally won like one of the Nationals game, didn't he?
yeah, because he hit that squibber
Took it
through
home for
first
us.
and second. Yeah.
I'm taught. Lane Adams is he's a stripper.
Ooh, yeah, he could be.
He's a stripper. He's a
Pretty good looking guy.
like Night Owl Productions. You know what I mean? Like he's a cop one night, and then he's a doctor. He's the jack of all trades. Whatever you want him to be.
I could see that.
yeah.
He is.
I could see that.
I
He
mean,
had a pretty good looking wife, too. Or fiance.
That's
I
a
should
tall, strong young man. Mhm.
All right, we haven't even got past the Colorado series. And the next series.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Well, we're doing jobs.
Oh, do we have more?
Well,
say. I mean, we could keep going if you want to.
there's more than 4 people on the team.
Because that's.
Aroldis Vizcaíno. What's he?
He ain't a dart player. I can tell you that.
He ain't nothing, I don't think. Let's go with Fultonevich.
Oh,
Fultonevich, I feel like, would be a kind of one of those stuck-up dudes that works at the golf course.
ooh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
I feel like he'd be one of those dudes that would dress up like a golfer dude and be kind of just fucking arrogant to everybody
Yeah,
there.
that's
like
a-
maybe the
Stay
golf
off.
pro.
Stay off my fucking greens, bro.
Dude. Yeah, he's the guy tracking people down. I heard you're sliding around on the green. Can't do that here.
Let me see your
Cannot.
shoes. How long's those spikes?
Yeah.
I could see that. That's a good one.
Thank
A
you.
Golf pro. That's
That's
a
a-
fucking
thank you.
fantastic
We have no
one.
rebuttal for that
No,
one.
I was thinking accountant because he's got a Jewish last name.
That's not bad. I mean,
Fultonevich.
I'm going more by luck. You're going more
I was going,
heritage.
yeah, more
or-
heritage based. You know, he's a banker or something. But I do like the golf pro, so let's leave it there.
All right.
All right.
I think
How
I
about
nailed
Brandon
it.
McCarthy?
Ooh,
He's
you
just
know,
a dad.
That's what I think too. Yeah, he's
Brandon,
just,
he's just a dad. You know, he parts his
on
hair
Twitter.
on the side.
On Twitter, he's like trying to regulate shit and do things like this and that, and it's like probably just a dad.
He's a he's a father, that's for sure. He ain't a paperweight. That guy's skinny as shit.
Hey, he's,
Did you
he's
know
pitching,
he's-
he's pitching good though?
Yeah,
this
he
year,
is
man.
pitching good. Did you know he's 6'6"?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's tall as shit.
I didn't realize he was that tall.
I didn't.
Not that
until
tall.
we got him.
I mean, I could tell he was kind of tall, but
When we got
I
him,
thought maybe like 6'3", something like that. And then they said he's 6'6".
Yeah, this first
Wow,
year, this
he's a
first
tall
year,
man.
I was like, man. Well, and he's hurls it too. Like he brings it all the way around, like a tomahawk throw.
Yeah.
You know, with that kind of height, he could be like a utility guy. And I don't mean like utility off the bench, but like a grounds guy. You know, where you got to fix everything, change light bulbs and stuff like that. That type of height. You know, step ladder could go a long way. You don't need to get like the big ladder out. You could just use the medium size one.
yeah.
I could see that, like a school, like a,
two-footer.
what do they call those? The school custodian slash.
Yeah. Like Mr. Bosshart.
Because he's a dad's dad, you know, and he wants to be off at 3:30 or 4 to make sure he gets home for the kiddos.
Yeah,
You know, so he finds a job like that.
that kind of guy.
Changing air filters. And,
You know, I wish I wouldn't have said that about Markakis now, because I really do feel like he could be the history teacher out of high school and the men's cross country teacher or coach.
I could
Coach.
also see
Sorry,
him.
coach.
Oh yeah,
Oh, you
sitting
know-
back, just
because he reminds me a lot of like, no one's gonna know, but like Uncle Jeff or Grandpa.
He is a custodian. I could see Markakis in one of those jumpsuit things pushing a broom around with a wad in his mouth. He's just super quiet, keeps to himself.
Yeah.
Nobody even fucking knows he's there.
Maybe,
but then they ask him to get a couple of hits in, and he's like, just mammo.
No, I thought you meant off the bong because I could see him, slinging a little weed on the
could do
side of
that
the high
too,
school
yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
He's the really quiet guy nobody knows about. But if you know enough, that's the guy to go to get some smoke.
No, not even that.
You don't
He's
think so?
he's
Like,
one
hey,
of those guys that he lives in his apartment and he likes to just take like 1 or 2 hits a night, just take the edge off.
He's
and
Mr. Fink.
He watches the news.
He collects baseball cards. He's Mr. Fink.
He's younger Mr.
Mr.
Fink.
Fink. He's Mr. Fink, dude. All right, anyways. Who else we got?
Oh, shit, man. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You a fan?
I mean,
Yeah.
we could go Julio Teheran. We could go...
What about
Julio Teheran, he's a Crest toothpaste commercial guy. He has got a flawless smile. His teeth are so white.
He's a fashionista.
Yeah, he loves him some Julio.
He had the hair, man.
He's got the hair, and
He had
from
the
everything I've read and seen, he's Mr. Style and the.
He goes to Ozzy's place to get his hair done.
Yeah.
What are we doing this time, girl?
Did we say Ender? What's Ender?
He's not a public speaker, I can tell you that.
Ender, I could see being like the town mail dude that's walking from door to door in his like blue shirts and short.
Hey, you got something from UPS, man?
Hey, must be your birthday. These look like birthday cards. I could see him being the town fucking drunk. Those circles around his eyes and shit like that.
He does
You put him in some fucked up clothes and get him some disheveled hair.
Yeah.
That guy looks like a fucking...
Yeah, I mean his eyes.
And the way he talks, too.
Hey, are you going to finish that? You put him on the right...
Although I showed you that picture of Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
When Jake Gyllenhaal had a beard and slicked his hair back for I don't know what role or if he was just sporting that look.
Yeah.
And he looks a lot like Ender Inciarte. I couldn't believe it. Yeah.
I was a doubter until he showed me that picture, and then it really kind of it woke me up, made me kind of really
Yeah,
reevaluate
Gyllenhaal
what
has
was
those
going on.
dark circles around his
Really
eyes.
broke your back?
It
or?
did. It just kind of it was like a mountain, and it just broke my back.
The force was too great.
It was so heavy.
All right. So
I
Washington
Washington.
lost the first 2 games, won the third by the hair of our chinny chin chins, but the first game we lost 2-0.
Sure. Well, you knew you weren't going to beat Scherzer 2 times. in a row.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we blew Scherzer up the first time.
Dude, that's
Well,
beat-
we had a-
hard,
we had
that's
the
hard to
first
do.
time.
We had a
That's hard to
timely
do.
hit. He still pitched pretty fucking well.
He did, but we got to him eventually, like we usually do in the
and we
later
ran
innings.
into the bullpen. I mean, what was that, the 6th inning? We got Scherzer out of there?
I'll tell you what pissed me off about that game, and other than losing, was the fact that Scherzer stole a base.
Yeah.
If you're going to wind up that slow, then throw a fucking strike, because he got a base stolen on him, plus it was a ball.
It was, too.
Jesus
It was way out
Christ.
there.
How are you letting Scherzer steal a base?
The problem with this game we lost to Washington, and I guess it's not a problem, but Tehran feels like he has not been pitching very well. I mean, his ERA is up there. This game, he gave up 2 in the first and then settled down and ended up going scoreless from there, but we lost 2-0 on that first game.
Who hit the ding-dong off him in Atlanta? Does anyone remember? I think someone hit a bomb off of him,
Off to run.
and that was about it. No, off of Scherzer.
Preston Tucker.
Preston.
Preston.
Yeah.
And that was really it. He didn't pitch bad. It was one shit pitch, and Scherzer's tough.
No, Scherzer's real tough. And then this game we faced him, man, he's just...
He shut it down, dude.
He changes speeds. He changes locations.
Changes eye color.
Even when he's misses his location, which he was doing quite a bit. I was watching the replays pretty closely and where the catches were setting up and where the pitches were ending up. I mean, obviously he's very great, but I would see multiple times where he kept missing a spot.
He was in that game for sure.
And it was usually on fastballs, but he was just throwing with so much movement and velocity, even on his fastball, that the guys were swinging and missing. And it was like across the plate sort of miss in location. It's like, man, you know you got filthy shit when you're missing your target and people still can't hit you.
Yeah, and that's what happens with his fastball and his curveball. I mean, his fastball and his curveball they can go from here to there all over the fucking zone. But his changeup is always right there. And goes down to make everybody swing at that.
Yep.
So, I mean, this guy, he's probably gonna win a few more Cy Youngs.
He's got.
He could.
Stuff.
Like, he really has the possibility of doing that.
How old is he?
31, 32?
I would venture to guess younger 30s. He's got the right stuff. His velocity, he sticks with his velocity. He starts. What I like about him is he starts the game a little slower. And when I say slow, I mean like 92 to 93.
Yeah.
But then by the time 5th and 6th or so inning come around, well, then all of a sudden he's 95, 96. Like, he saves it. You know, he ain't coming out like Syndergaard and just trying to throw triple digits the whole fucking game. He's got a method to his madness.
Yep. He don't go balls to the wall because
he ain't a thrower. He's a pitcher.
He's 33. 33. So, as a pitcher, I would say he could have another solid 3 to 4 years in him.
But
if he takes care of himself.
What Mitch was saying, I mean, he comes out soft and then just figures it out, and that's why he goes 9 innings all the time.
I agree. He crescendos. He ain't out there to burn it up.
Yep.
He knows he's got enough pitches in the arsenal. He doesn't need to rely on his 98 because he still has it.
And that's a lot of what Verlander used to do.
Yeah. Well, and Verlander's still there, man.
Yeah, Verlander was there. He really did well for Houston in the playoffs, but there's games I watch Verlander, and I won't say he starts off slow because in Verlander's prime, slow was like 96, 97, and he could pump it up to 99 to 101.
Sure.
And you'd see him, he was kind of one of those, like, he was the horse, you know. He'd go 8 innings all the fucking times. And there was one game I saw him pitching in the 9th inning. The dude was still hitting like 100 miles an hour. I'm like, holy shit.
He crescendos just like
Scherzer. I don't want to say effortless, but they don't have to exert everything they have to hit that. It's just their big, tall levers that are fucking...
Well, they know how to pitch. That's simple as that. They just
keep it going.
Difference between a thrower and a pitcher.
Yep.
Anyways. So next game, who are we up against?
But yeah, then the second game was Steven Strasburg.
The human radar.
Pitched really well. 8 scoreless.
Not much you can do about that.
Yeah, and then Ryan Zimmerman, the guy batting 100, hits the 2-run triple. You remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that now, looking back.
That smug prick.
Goodwin singled, and then Defoe ended up coming back around, and Strasburg ended up at second.
And Goodwin's going to have 45 hits or at-bats this year.
Yeah, how'd Defoe get on base? He sneak out there. Nobody saw me.
Defoe's respectable.
I don't know about that.
He's respectable. Who did they lose there in the middle of the infield?
Daniel Murphy.
Yeah, Murphy, the Murph, who I did hear today is heading to West Palm Springs. Or West Palm Beach to start getting his work in. So
AAA?
Yep.
His fucking
some extended.
awkward...
Well, no, it's extended spring training.
Oh,
so he'll be back here pretty soon.
Week and a half.
That's not good.
Week and a half, probably.
No, they just got Wieters back. They're going to get him back. They're going to be a different team here coming up.
He crushed one.
Yeah,
today.
definitely.
He crushed one today.
Wieters.
So
Wieters, yeah. Just barely got over the fence, but it was a straight line drive. He got all of it.
Yeah, no, they'll have a pretty good team.
Yeah. They'll be a little different the next time we see them.
We'll just hope their pitching doesn't hold up. You know, Strasburg sometimes fucks up.
We need a ligament to go.
Scherzer's not going to fuck up.
Defoe got on base by Dansby's error.
I knew it.
You didn't know it, or you would have said it.
No, I mean, I knew that there was no way that under his own accord did he get on. It had to have been a fuck up, or he snuck on.
Yep.
I knew it, Richard. All right, so we lost that. You know what? We ran into 2 great pitchers who had good games.
Yeah. I mean, Scherzer's arguably the best pitcher.
And we had been scoring.
I call him the best.
We've been scoring at such a clip.
And Strasburg's been looking pretty decent. What did he do today? Well, I can't remember what.
He was pitching good. He didn't give up a hit until
I think they took him out, and then
the fourth or
that's when the
fifth.
Rockies started
Yeah.
getting some hits.
He hit.
Oh, yeah. That ended up being a pretty high-scoring game.
Well, he gave up the home run to Blackman, right?
Yeah.
Well, he gave up
A
a...
1-run ding dong to Blackman, I think, was about.
Yeah, that was earlier in the game. And then... Who the... DJ LeMahieu.
Yeah.
LeMahieu crushed one.
Bastard.
All right, so the third game of Washington and Braves.
French ass. Oh, I hit the ball so hard.
That's the one we had. It got away, and then we got back. So
And then we got
the one that we
back.
won 5-3 in the 12th,
Cool.
where
That was the one where McCarthy hurt his arm, but wasn't his throwing arm.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't do his stretching before
Yeah.
the game because he managed to dislocate his shoulder reaching for a baseball.
Yeah.
That was
that's
very
what-
strange.
He could have came back. That's what I thought.
I thought he was going to come back, and I was actually surprised when he left. I thought he'll shake it off here. Just give him a couple seconds. You know, the ump will let him have a warm up throw or two just to make sure he's cool.
But that's all right. The bullpen looked pretty good in that one.
Yeah, they came in. Well, in the 9th is when Washington scored that run and tied it up and then put it in extras.
The Matt Adams bomb.
Yeah, the atom bomb. God, he was.
That was actually a really good game. That was
It was a great game. Ender was safe.
yeah.
Jeez.
Jeez,
Don't even get me started on New York. How do you get it wrong?
Oh,
He's
dude,
fucking safe.
that was blatant. I mean, that was terrible. He was clearly safe, and
That's what I thought too.
I mean, Chip and Joe were fucking beside themselves.
Yeah.
When there's clear video evidence,
It not only was he like did his fingertips beat it to the plate, but his hand was on the other side of the plate already
And
by
then-
the time the tag had come down.
Hit him right in the chest.
Dude, that was crazy.
He's like, what?
Oh yeah, this is the game. I remember this, Mitch. this is
here-
the game.
Tyler's gonna get on a soapbox here. Hold on.
No. I'm just gonna get on the once again Tyler was right, Mitch was wrong speech.
Well, let's hear it then.
Whatever. I told him Markakis does not need to be batting cleanup. This is how we got to Markakis. I said Suzuki should be batting fucking cleanup, and you disagreed. And then lo and behold, Suzuki hits 2 fucking home runs that day. It's the most satisfying goddamn thing that's ever taken place in my
Yeah, I agree.
life.
I agree.
You sound like Stephen A.
It was the most satisfying thing that I have ever heard in the game of baseball. I'm telling you.
I mean-
my brother was wrong and I was right. You better understand that.
No, I agree. I think
Dude, I couldn't have
Suzuki
been
is
more
a
right
much
on.
better choice than.
Yes, because Suzuki is a fucking home run threat. I don't know how many games he played last year.
Markakis is
I'm
just
gonna
a
say, like-
slap hitter. Well, not a slap hitter, but he's just a hitter.
He's
I
just
don't
a singles
know.
hitter.
I don't know
He's
why
just a-
he was in the cleanup spot. I'm not saying he's better than Suzuki. All I was
But
saying
you
was that
disagreed.
I didn't think Suzuki was the right guy for the cleanup spot. He proved me wrong that day.
Well-
because he went out there and hit a couple big ones.
Shook me to my core.
Oh, baby, that's
Come
all
on,
I
Mom.
like.
Come on, mom.
Come on, Mom.
Come on now, sugar mama. Why don't you give me one of those full-seam fastballs right now?
I'm sending this one to Memphis.
I'm gonna walk in Memphis.
Baby, this ball's going to be walking to Memphis.
All right, so don't get me off my topic here. That day,
I'm about to put on my blue suede cleats.
nice.
For the Braves.
All right, go ahead with your bashing.
No, I don't know. That's basically what it was.
Tear me
Suzuki
up.
should be cleanup. Oh yeah, I don't know how many games he played last year. I don't have it in front of me. I know him and Tyler Flowers split a lot of a lot of time. So who even knows? Let's say he even played half of the games. I think the guy had 19 home runs last
The
year.
craziest thing, though.
19 home runs.
The craziest
I'll look it
thing,
up.
though, is you know what's happening next. You know who the next cleanup hitter is.
Acuna.
So let's roll with it.
Kun-
We probably just brutalized that shit.
the decibels went up on the computer.
That was good. All right, Kasuzuki 34. All right, let's see.
Come on, man. Why don't you get my stats from last year, baby?
I'm going. You guys keep fucking talking.
Our friend Tyler's special.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, so let's see. Suzuki last year, 81 games. Holy fucking shit.
Wow.
Exactly half.
It's like right down the middle, man.
I knew it. 309 plate appearances.
He knew it, folks.
All right, so 276 at bats, 78 hits equated for 283, a 351 on base percentage. And he had 19 bombs, 50 ribbies. He played exactly half of the games. That means
he absolutely would have had 38 home runs.
38 home runs
and 100 RBI because it's math. Yeah.
Dude, you're talking a Silver Slugger
That's
award.
him. Yep.
Play HQ.
I'm on that overload, overkill. I'm redline and I'm blue pills. High octanes, my intake. I'm P Swayze, man, point break. Make no mistakes, I don't care. Not one shit will be given here. Make the room shake.
Vaughn, are you okay?
I'm back. It was a chicken scratch.
Where's the EpiPen? All right, man. Come on, baby. We back on. We live.
I do want
Welcome
to,
back into the sticky wicket, yo.
Welcome to the Shiggy Wiggy.
before I forget, I do want to give a shout out and a lot of love to Dansby so far this year.
Yeah.
I almost lost faith there, man. And I know it's early, and he'll come back down because the dude's batting like 350. So even if he could end up like a 290, 295 hitter and play good defense, I would be more than happy with that. 20 home runs, something like that.
Agreed.
He did. He came back just when they thought I was going down. I got back up.
He has been hitting the ball hard all over the field.
He's figured out how to hit the sliders and the bad counts. I mean, he's been down 0-2 a few times, and they'd throw him a slider or a fastball, and he could hit it.
Yeah,
So
Dansby's been playing great ball. I think he had an error or two maybe this last week, but overall, he's turned some nice double plays. Him and Nazi are looking to be a pretty good middle infield there.
Yeah.
He's what we were hoping for.
I miss.
No, he's not an Ozzy.
I miss Simmons really bad.
Yeah, if we had Simmons and Ozzy, that would be crazy. But you know what? Simmons, man, he pissed me off at the plate too. Yeah. That guy popped out more times than
he's
Wesley Snipes.
And then he went to
Major League.
He went to Anaheim and started learning how to hit.
Yeah, he's hitting now.
Well, yeah, you play with Trout and Pujols, they're going to probably teach you a thing or two on.
A few things might rub off.
Yeah.
They
rubbed
one off on him.
They'll rub him.
But yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to Dansby. He's been playing awesome.
I agree.
To Dansby, dilly dilly.
Dilly dilly.
That's our salute of the week.
Salute to Louis. I like that.
Swing.
Swing. Swing. She give a dog a bone.
Yeah.
That Vanna White, she give a dog a bone.
Swing.
Yuddy, yuddy, yuddy.
All right, so
we won the last game.
we're going to
Took
cut
one out
this
of three.
Anyway.
Good stuff. Flew into Chicago. Flew into Anchorage.
Yeah, no kidding.
To fucking play on an iceberg. And won the first game. Should have won the second game. That's an epic collapse.
Yeah, I mean,
that's bad.
But it's funny when you hear the opposing manager say he thought that the game shouldn't have been played. So
Yeah, and I thought about that a little bit, and even the Braves sites were like, see, yeah, that's the reason we lost and stuff. But my thought on that is, what about professional football players? They're probably reading this going, you bunch of pussies. Like, we play in that sort of shit in the playoffs all the time. Running into each other full speed. You don't hear any of the coaches saying, that shouldn't have been played.
It's a warm weather sport, though.
Yeah,
It's a
Yeah,
completely
they're
different
pro
sport.
athletes, man.
Yeah, you know what, though?
You play it's an outdoor sport.
Your
It's
glove-
not an indoor
Your
sport.
glove stiffens up. Your arm can stiffen up. You take one of those fucking baseballs in the chiclets. You know what I mean? That's just
A
not
lot of the same things in football, man.
baseball's fucking hurt.
Your
when
muscles
you're
aren't
cold.
as
Yeah, but in football, you're all padded up.
not
baseball-
necessarily, man. Linemen and shit, they get
They're
their
padded.
knees ran into and fallen into.
Yeah, but in baseball,
it's
your
same-
arm, it stiffens up just like Mitch was saying. I mean,
I just think it's two different. Well, we don't need to spend too much time on that, I don't think. But
No, that's fine. I'm just throwing out my opinion there. I think here's my thought. I think it makes the Braves fans feel better to hear Joe Madden say something like that, but deep down, we were up 10-2. There's
Yeah,
no
you're
fucking
right.
excuse we
You're
should
right,
have lost
you're
that
zero.
game.
We needed 6 outs.
yeah, you're right.
Fuck the weather.
No, it was
No,
10-5 going into the 8th. It was
Well, that's
10-5 going
10
into
to
the
5.
7th.
I'm just saying, with
outs.
6 outs to go, that's when the wheels fell off the fucking bus.
Yeah.
That shit
Terribly.
just came off the
Luke
track.
Jackson was terrible.
Oh, man, he's out right away.
Yeah, he got designated this morning,
So-
but he was terrible.
Well, and that's what's good. Where's Lucas Sims going? I mean, he was supposed to be a starting pitcher so he'll be a relieving pitcher now. So we'll see where he goes in his career. If he continues to pitch pretty good,
Comes
maybe
up.
he has a chance to make the rotation, because we got kind of a weird rotation going on right now.
Yeah, we do, and
Unless
it's working.
Soroka continues to keep pitching in AAA, then
Dude, our Gwinnett AAA starters are doing very well.
money. Yeah,
Yeah.
Soroka, Allard. I mean, there's
Freed. This is Max Freed.
Max Fried's doing good.
Gahora's about to come back. I know Tyler doesn't want to hear that, but it sounds like Gahora.
No. I like him. I just think he could be better if he was skinnier.
If he was skinny.
I just wish he looked pretty.
So Gahora's coming back.
So I mean,
We've got kind of an embarrassment of riches. You know what I mean? Like with the two
Will be.
the two veterans that we brought up, I think to be a kind of a stopgap to fill it in while the other guys were getting better, growing, learning how to throw. We can't really get rid of them.
Yeah.
Annabelle and McCarthy are pitching fantastic. How do you move them? So you've got them going, and maybe if the wheels do fall off the bus or an injury, something like that happens, and you got these guys who are just getting that much more time down there in the minors to get seasoned up. You're not in a position where you have to rush them up here.
Yeah, no, but I feel like if not this year, I mean, we're on the cusp of having our pick of a solid 3 or 4 starting pitchers.
Yeah.
And then if we can go out and get a free agent, cool, or, a veteran to kind of fill it in, then fantastic. I mean, I think we're on the verge of having a strong starting rotation again with all
Yeah,
these
and
youngsters
so
coming
that
up.
leads to everything. I mean, we have first, second, third, shortstop. That's pretty much all covered. Our outfield is covered. So
Yeah, Cunha will be ours.
Then
What do we
our-
have, 3 or 4 years control of him?
So our starting pitcher goes. So what do we spend money on? A starting pitcher or our right field with
I think eventually
Bruce, if you want to call him Bruce.
Right field
Bruce Hapa.
and or third base.
Yeah.
There's still a bit of a question
Third
mark
base
there.
could be huge, but there's
I think
really
Camargo-
no big money out there at third base.
we're forgetting about Camargo. I think he could step up and be a inexpensive, very good option at third. I don't
Sure.
think he's going to be obviously a Nolan Arenado, but if the dude can bat 290, and get 70 RBIs, things like that, and then if obviously we got Freddie, Acuna, and Dansby if he can keep it up, and Ender.
Ozzy.
Ozzy, obviously. Yeah, we're going to be fantastic very shortly. Maybe not this year. Braves fans don't want to hear that. I think we could still compete, though, this year. I think we can be really good.
I think we've proven that.
But Alex Anthopoulos,
Onto Papa Wobble.
Was live on Facebook a few weeks ago, and multiple people asked him about picking up Harper and things like that, and he had mentioned, maybe I mentioned this last podcast, but he just said, I don't know who we're going to get specifically, but we'll have enough free money where we can go out and pick up whoever we want.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's what I like to hear.
I honestly think we, if it's not...
As long as it's not a Teixeira situation.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean...
No,
I think Acuna plays right field a lot better than you can play left field. So we should probably get some cheap ass left fielder and get a really good starting pitcher.
Do you think, like, if we go out and get a good left fielder, are we just looking for a good defender sort of thing, or are we looking for another bat?
Well, not necessarily a good defender because we have decent defenders this year. I mean, you look at Preston Tucker is obviously not a good defender.
He's all right.
But, yeah, Peter Borges. And
Borges is good.
You can keep him out in left field and keep him defending. Then we could just go get somebody else in left field, and then you could just stockpile on the starting pitching. I mean, you could go get, I think Kershaw is supposed to be a free agent this year.
That would be a big pickup. You got Kershaw, Harper. I think Manny Machado's a free agent after this year.
Yeah.
So Machado could, I mean, if Camargo ends up not panning out or whatever happens this year, it's obviously really early, but maybe Machado could be an option at third. That'd be awesome.
It depends if Camargo keeps going,
but I feel like if Camargo could get a full healthy season, I'm not going to say he could put up the numbers Machado would, but close for, a quarter of the price.
Yeah.
And like you said, then maybe go get a awesome starting pitcher, or I mean, we could also use a good catcher. I know our catchers are good, but
yeah, well,
we shouldn't have ever got rid of Gaddis.
Do you really want to stick with Flowers and Suzuki for the rest of the time?
I think Flowers is just fine.
I like Flowers.
I think
he's not the greatest offensive catcher of all time.
He's pretty good.
He ain't a slouch.
Average.
He's not bad.
Average. He's a good average hitter. The guy makes contact.
He's a good average hitter. He's a great. He can frame. He can steal some strikes. I think his arm's sort of suspect. I don't look at him or think of him as a guy who's going to be throwing people out left and right.
Yeah.
But I think for the market that's out there for catchers, I think we've got a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I don't think there's not a whole bunch of people out there that just come to mind when you think of catchers. I mean,
it's a tough position.
Yachty, he comes to mind, and then
in the day before we got Flowers and we got Suzuki, we were thinking about Matt Wieters, and we were thinking about what's his name from Milwaukee, Lucroy, and look at how those guys are doing. Not that great.
No, not that great.
Granted, Flowers got hurt. For what was opening day,
like the first
game. It was. I think it was his first at bat, or maybe his second.
No, it was his first.
But those guys treated us well last year, so
no, Tyler Flowers and both of those guys. I
like them both.
I was already bobbing on Suzuki's dick earlier with 19 home runs in exactly half the games. But if I'm not mistaken, without even looking up the stats, Tyler Flowers is well over the 300 mark.
I believe
for at least the majority of the season, man. There was a time when he was hovering around like 330 for a long time.
Yep, he was.
He had some clutch hits.
He's not going to hit you a lot of home runs, and he's a contact hitter. I think we're a little spoiled with having Javi Lopez, and
you're never going to hit home runs with those scrawny little arms.
We had a 40 home run season with Javi Lopez, and he was there forever.
And that's what I was loving Braves baseball was when Javi Lopez was.
Javi was great.
Well, and that was
he was the double machine too.
His free agent
he was just double.
And he was such a beautiful son of a bitch.
Devastatingly handsome with the eyes.
I got his autograph at Pizza Hut there, and I think it was Roswell, wasn't it? He was with Marquise
Grissom.
Marquise Grissom. Yeah, I got his autograph as well.
Nice.
They're waiting for Brad Klontz to get there before they ordered.
Remember they had that? They had that like table set up outside, and it had like those a tent sort of thing over it, you know? Do you remember that? We went with our babysitter? I know nobody else.
No,
does.
I do because I got a autograph as well, which unfortunately I gave away to a young kid who Javi was his favorite player. Sure. And at that time, I had been banging his sister.
Oh.
So it was like...
Bradley.
Remember? Yep.
Yeah.
Bradley.
Yeah.
So that card went bye-bye.
Yeah. You were banging her too, huh?
Yeah. As your wife.
I gave him my Javi Lopez signature too, that little bastard.
That little son of a bitch. He's good. He's good. He's a businessman.
So as far as like offensive production from a catcher, it's tough to find a real... I mean, Yadi's like a freak, obviously. He's probably like the next greatest after Ivan Rodriguez.
Well,
really.
he didn't do
I mean,
too-
as far as like offensively and defensively,
He
I
didn't-
can't think of another catcher. Lucroy's okay, but it was very short-lived. Yadi's been around for a long time.
Yachty didn't do too great last year, and he hasn't been doing too great this year, so...
Yeah, well, he's getting up there.
Yeah, he's been around for a
He's
long
getting
time.
up there. And
Well, and that's the funny thing about
he's been
Yachty
squatting for a
is
while.
He came into the scene the defensive catcher of the year. Like,
Yeah, he wasn't a
over and
great
over and
batter
over.
when he
Yeah,
first
and,
got here.
Yeah, he could just start learning to swing. He could learn to swing.
Yep, I remember that. I remember he was not much of a threat at the plate early on, and he
But
grew
then
into it.
he would be like a slap hitter, and all of a sudden he became a power hitter.
Yeah, for a few years. It was a short
It
window.
was, it was a short window, but
there was a couple years, I think he batted
well into the
330.
threes. Yep.
Yeah.
What? So Gary Sanchez, isn't he a catcher for New York?
Yankees, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's a good catcher. That guy.
But I'll be honest, I don't know as far as defensively how he...
I don't watch a bunch of Yankee stuff. I know we're talking offensive catchers right now, though. I think he's up there.
I'm talking guys that are very good on both sides. Like, there are not very
I
many
think
catchers.
AJ Ellis has stood the test of time. He's a serviceable catcher.
he started hitting
AJ
in the rear of
Ellis,
his
dude,
career.
I'm talking guys that are a threat. AJ Ellis a goddamn joke compared
What?
to Tyler
He
Flowers.
could
I'm not-
He could hit in the rear of his
Dude,
career.
he's just a...
He's a good catcher.
He's a good salt to
Let's-
the earth
let's-
catcher. He'll be
Salt-
great.
salt to
He'll
the
be
earth.
great on a town team
What's he,
someday.
a wheat farmer?
He'll be great on a town team someday. Back in fucking Kansas or
AJ's
Iowa
back.
or Nebraska or something. Oh, grizzled old AJ's back. Yeah,
AJ.
he hasn't shaved in 4 days. Look at him.
He is always clean shaven, you prick.
No, he's not. What are you talking about?
Well, who,
You're gonna put AJ Ellis and Yachty in the same breath?
I'm just talking about decent catchers, and he's a decent catcher.
I'm talking on both sides of the plate.
There ain't a whole bunch out there.
Yeah, there ain't many. Contreras for the Cubs is
of
decent.
our time, or do you want to?
No, I'm talking right now.
Yeah, he's talking right now.
Contreras for the Cubs is
Contreras
decent.
really ain't that good of a hitter, though.
I mean, no, not like Yachty was.
I mean-
in his prime.
Sometimes.
He's a threat, though. He can
Like
hit some
AJ
bombs.
Ellis times.
Okay, so let's go down some teams.
He can hit some bombs.
Buster Posey. Okay, so there's another catcher.
Oh yeah, Buster Posey's good.
Because the Buster kept me out of handcuffs. So you got Buster Posey. Salvador Perez. Is he all right? Is he good? I don't really follow the Royals.
He'll be back in like a week or two.
Is he good, though, in the parlance of our times?
Well, yeah.
Offensive, defensive. McCann.
Yeah,
McCann and Gaddis.
Okay, so for a while, McCann was...
All right, so Gary Sanchez ranks as the top catcher. Wilson Contreras for Chicago, second.
Contreras.
Buster's third.
The Buster.
JT Real Muto.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty good.
Forgot about him.
Gaddis. Yachty. Wilson Ramos. Salvador Perez.
The Ramos King here.
Wellington Castillos.
Wellington.
And then...
That sounds like a rich white kid's name. Wellington.
Come over here, Wellington.
Finish your soup, Wellington.
Thompson.
Mike Zunino is Seattle's.
Hello, Mikey Zunino from the block. That little shit owes me money.
Yasmani Grandal is the Dodgers. I knew
forgot
that.
about Yasmani.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew it, man. Jonathan Lucroy in Oakland.
Wellington Van Smoot.
Robinson Chirinos in Texas.
Yeah, but he's like a Dutch asshole.
Wellington
Wellington Van Smoot.
Wellington Van Schmoot.
Russell Martin.
Wellington.
It's a Wellington Van Schmoot.
Russell Martin's an all-time great for
is.
catchers.
Yeah, he is.
Austin Hedges, Alex Avila, Chris Iannetta, James McCann, Tyler Flowers.
Why are you saying all these? Like,
I don't know.
Chris Iannetta, James
21.
McCann.
Tyler Flowers, 21. We're way the fuck off. But here's what makes me feel better and gets my winner wiggling a little
Christopher
bit. Matt
Iannetta.
Wieters, 23rd.
Yeah.
So suck it, Nationals, you mother.
G-Nats.
He's too tall to catch.
So we got the 21st best catcher.
Well, there's like 30 teams.
I took my 16 bars to outer space and checked my universe. I'm a spell, what the hell, man? Taste a little curse. I'm a wordsmith. You need a firm grip to wrap your head around shit. Kill the joint and get
I don't know who that.
I don't like to walk. The present. I don't know, dog.
I don't know.
I think we're kind of on the last part for the Chicago game where we lost.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't even really want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's not my repertoire.
Well, so
Rapat.
obviously Braves jump out to a giant lead, like 10-2 in the fourth, I believe it was, fourth or fifth inning. And they brought the bullpen in, Luke Jackson and Freeman, and those guys just couldn't hold it together, and it got very painful to watch quickly. And honestly, I could feel it coming on for a couple innings because Chicago wasn't doing anything, and then the Braves were shitting away other opportunities to score. And they just kept getting guys on base, and we kept squeaking out there. I think they got bases loaded at one point, and we squeaked out. I don't know that for sure. Maybe we had bases loaded and they squeaked out.
I know they had bases loaded and then scored some later.
Yeah.
Because then they won.
One of the most defeating losses I've ever seen.
It was a defeating defeat.
For a long time.
It wasn't bad enough that we lost. We were defeated.
Yeah.
Well-
Dansby or Albies went 3 for 5. Dansby went 3 for 6. Freeman went 2 for 5. Suzuki went 2 for 3. Markakis went 2 for 5. Lane Adams went 1 for 4. Culberson 1 for 4. Borges 1 for 5. And Albies 4 RBI. Swanson 2 RBI. Freeman 1. Suzuki 1. Markakis 2. And we still fucking lost.
Well, so what happens after this is they're meeting May 14th.
Yep.
And that's going to be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday game.
Happy days.
So since they scheduled May 14th, that's a Monday, that is at the homestand. Or no, that's on a road trip. And then they go back to the homestand to SunTrust Park, and that's a 3-game series against the Cubs right after that.
Yeah, but you just named like 10 days in a row. That's only
But
like
they
6
keep
games.
playing the whole. They play every day for the next week and a half.
So that was their day off during a homestand?
Yep.
Ooh, that sucks.
That'll be weird because you don't see a team that many times, and then you'll kind of start getting used to what each other's seeing. That'll be an interesting series. I bet that ends up around a 500, obviously. If they have an odd number of games, it won't work, but we'll see what the May schedule looks like here.
What is on the docket?
So, yeah, May 14th, we're at Chicago. That must be the day they're doing a doubleheader.
They're at
Whoa.
the Miami before that.
Yeah, May 13th is a Sunday. They're at Miami. Then Monday, they go 14. Monday the 14th, they're at Chicago.
So they go all the way from Miami all the way up to Chicago, and then they go back to Atlanta for a 3-game series.
Whoa. So they're playing Chicago in Atlanta, and then both teams
So
have to leave to go. Oh,
yeah,
I see.
It
Okay.
looks like that would have been a day off.
That's
Is what I'm.
That's what they scheduled today.
Dion, boy.
So at Chicago the 14th, and then they go back home the 15th, 16th, 17th. So you named way too many days.
Then they go back.
Back to Chicago.
17th, 18th,
And
19th, 20th, 21st.
Yep. And then at the end of
They have a day off between Boston, and then Boston comes to town.
yeah, then at the end of May we
Good
have
luck.
one with Boston. Yeah, right. We'll be fine.
Yeah, but it will be fine, but Boston's good too, man.
Boston's 12-2. I don't know what they've done, if they played today or what, but
Well, they're kind of
as of
struggling.
last night,
They're struggling with injuries a little bit here. Xander Bogaerts has been hurt, but
I think Sale was on the bump today.
nice.
I think he was dealing too.
he wasn't dealing too
I heard
much.
he was just snapping and popping that glove.
Mm-hmm.
He's so skinny.
He's got a huge jersey shirt too, so like when the wind blows, he looks like literally looks like a sail.
Come sail away.
Come sail away, sail away with me. Snap and pop that glove.
What are you looking over there, Poindexter?
Cubs scored 9 runs in the 8th inning off of just 3 hits. That it was just painful.
Why are we continuing to drag ourselves through this agony?
Well,
Turn
we're
the
supposed to
page.
talk about the game.
Turn the page.
The next page I turn to is a postponement of today's game.
No, I didn't mean literally turn the page. I
Oh,
was more
well.
like a Bob Seger turn the page. Like, move on.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't everybody have a favorite announcer of all time?
Of all time, yeah, I think that's
Vin
pretty
Scully.
easy. Vin Scully.
Vincent Scully.
Mine's Vin Scully too. So
Just so happens that mine's also been.
It's funny you guys say that because
Yeah, Sheila Puig's up to bat.
2-2 is the count.
2-2 they count. Of course, it's in the second inning. They call that douches wild.
Pocket full of deuces.
Cespedes, he had a hard road. Mother used to shine shoes as a job.
My favorite was that story of
Wolfman.
yes. Who?
Was it No, it was
Played for Braves, went to Red Sox.
You sure you went to the Red Sox?
Mm-hmm.
We played for the Braves for a while.
Couple years. He was a catcher.
Right fielder.
Johnny Gomes.
Johnny Gomes.
Johnny Gomes.
The Wolfman.
You used to call him the Wolf Man. Because he's got a beard.
No, it's because when he was a little kid, he found this wolf out in the wilderness, and he brought this little wolf kid home. All of a sudden, he's hanging around the.
No, he just fought a wolf with his bare hands is all it was.
Turns out there was no wolf kid. He just choked one to death with his hand.
That's basically what it was.
Johnny, to make the understatement of the day, has had a very tough life. We can give you maybe 1 or 2 stories. We don't want to get into too much of the privacy area. Let's start when he was 12. He was doing work on his grandmother's house, and a hired hand showed up with a wolf on a leash. Here's the 2-0 pitch. 2-1. Anyway, Johnny loved dogs. He had never owned one, though he had no idea about how serious a wolf might be. So he walked up to the wolf, and the man hollered at him, "No, it's a real wolf. Don't pet it." The 2-1 pitch in, well, the man ties up the wolf, goes around the corner to mend the fence, and Johnny goes back to the wolf, saying something like, "Oh, I'll talk to him. It'll be great." And the wolf attacks him, has knocked him down on his chest, just about ready to devour him. 2-2 pitch, check swing, no swing, ball 3. Johnny suddenly, totally and completely relaxed. He was done, he knew it. And whatever he did by relaxing, the wolf decided, I don't have a rival here. And the wolf got off his chest. Johnny got up and walked away. Ground ball by the diving Turner, and the base hit by Johnny Gomes. So a one-out single left by the Wolfman.
That was the great Vin Scully. Until next time on Sticky Wicket.
Stay cool.